everyone, good morning. Happy Friday. Welcome to our Facebook Live here inside the Savvy Social Crew Facebook group. So excited to have you join me today. We're going to be talking about Social Report, which is the tool that we use internally for scheduling. I'm going to share my screen and show you a little bit of behind the scenes of how it all works, which I'm really excited about. For those of you who are new, welcome. And if you're watching the replay, go ahead and type replay in the chat below. Or just say hi if you're with me live. I'd just like to see who's joining in. Let me just check to see that I am indeed live in the right spot. A little out of breath, just walked up the stairs, got my coffee this morning. And like I said, we're going to talk about Social Report. And I'm going to go ahead and pull that up. There is a link in the chat to check it out. Social Report is a sponsor of some of the things that we do internally. So they sponsor the Savvy Social podcast. They also they're sponsoring a course inside of the Savvy Social School. So that's coming out in the next week or two, which is exciting. And then also they are offering a free 30-day trial. So if you click the link that's in the description of this video, you'll get a free 30-day trial to Social Report. Give it a shot, see how you like it. And see if you want to try it out for yourself. Okay, I don't see, hold on one sec, let me see where we are live right now. Just want to make sure I am in the right spot here. Oh, there we are. 30-day trial. Okay, perfect. Thanks so much for joining me. Yes, Ginger, that 30-day trial is very generous, and it's really great if you just want to try it out. And I'm going to share my screen and show you a little bit about what this looks like. And live right now. Just want to make sure I am in the right spot here. Let's see. Yeah, so we're inside a Social Report. So when you first log in, you'll see a screen like this, and this is your calendar of upcoming posts. I'm going to go ahead and click on View Complete Calendar, just so you guys can see the extent of posts here. So they're color-coded for different reasons, and we use this internally for the team. Let me actually turn off my video so you can see the full screen. Let's see. Yeah, so we're inside a Social Report. So when you first log in, you'll see so you're looking at this, hold on, let me just pause this real quick because I'm getting a little bit of sound feedback today. Let me just exit out of this real quick. All right. So you're looking at the calendar here of upcoming posts. And so these dark blue posts are posts that I've already shared out. The light blue posts are what's coming up next. If you hover over them, you can kind of get a preview of what that post is. The yellow posts are posts that haven't been approved yet. So I have a team that works with me on creating content. And so we want to make sure that posts get a final read through for proofreading purposes, and so that people can check for grammar, check for spelling, whether it's myself or someone else on the team looking over this. We just want to make sure everything is spot on. So the yellow posts they're in the review process. Okay? So we usually work a week at a time, so we're pretty much done with this week here. So we can see at a glance when posts are going out and what time they're going out. We can hover over them to see a little bit more about the post in particular. So I'm going to go ahead and click on a post and open it up and show you what it looks like on the back end. So at the very top, we have information about the post here. They do have something called content groups, which I'll talk about in a second. You can set the date and time, and you can write out your caption here. And the great part is you can customize that caption for the different social media platforms you're posting to, depending on what you have connected. So this message section is all messages, and more specifically the Facebook section. So this is kind of like their default mode here. If you wanted to customize it for Twitter, you can. So sometimes if you're using a tag, you're tagging different people on Twitter. And then same thing for Instagram, different tags, and LinkedIn if you have a different thing you want to add in there. If you don't fill in these portions, like for instance, we don't have LinkedIn here, it'll pull from this main messaging section. Now you can add pictures like this. They have quite an extensive, let me go in here and show you guys this. They have quite an extensive image media library. So anytime you add an image, it is saved to your library internally. And you can pull images from different places. So they've got free images from, I believe it's Pixabay. They're pulling in images from Pixabay. So if you need stock photos, it's already kind of in here. They've got GIFs that are coming in from Jiffy. And then you can also add in your Dropbox or Google Drive folders as you need them. Okay, looks like we're a little bit frozen here, so I'm going to give it a second and check in for any questions as we go along. Feel free to drop questions in the chat, whether you're watching here live with me or in the replay. All right, so it looks like we're a little bit frozen here. Just trying to check in on comments. All right, so this is how you schedule the post. Now, the great thing about this is there's a lot of other data that you can include in your post as well. One thing in particular that I really like is the hashtag, Instagram additional content. So you can add in hashtags, up to 30 hashtags, into that first comment section right inside the app here. And it schedules it out and it posts it for you. And they're one of the first platforms to actually have video posted for you as well, directly to Instagram. So you add in your hashtags, you write your caption, and then you schedule it to post on whatever day you want it to go live. The other thing about this that's pretty neat is you can have queues of content that Social Report will pull from so that you never run out of content. So I have different content groups set up, and I've set up my content groups based on the Savvy Social Crew. So for instance, every Saturday we talk about a specific social media platform for connecting. We have different themes throughout the week that I like to post about. And for the most part, those posts are the same. So I've created a different content group, and you can create content groups and also assign them to a schedule. So my posting schedule here for Saturday is that every Saturday at 8 a.m. I've got a post going out that's very specific to the Savvy Social Crew. I named it that so that I would know what's going on. So I'll show you what those posts look like. So if I head on over to my evergreen content, this is content that is going to constantly post whenever I tell Social Report to kind of check in on it. So I'm going to filter this down by my posting schedule, which is that Saturday Savvy Social Crew post. And I want to show you what this looks like. So I have different posts here. You can see the caption is here and the image is here, and it's on an evergreen, so it's going to recycle through all of these posts. And you can actually see underneath here how many times it's been posted and some of the data behind the post. So these posts don't have links or anything, so nobody's going to be clicking on them. But you can also see the times that it's been posted and that sort of thing. So this Facebook one, I tend to post quite often. So if I go in manually, it won't pull from this queue, but otherwise, if I don't do anything, it'll just look at this queue and say, oh, we haven't posted this Twitter one in a while. Let's go ahead and post that. And it does it automatically for you. So that's pretty cool, a neat thing about Social Report. Another thing is their reporting. So I'm going to show you some of what their reporting looks like on the back end. We'll go way more in depth with this in the Savvy Social School for those of you who are a part of it. But I just want to show you an example of the reporting here, because I like to look at this stuff. So important things, engagement. So across all of my platforms, engagement is up by 17%. That's a good metric to know just at a glance. And we're looking at February 6th through March 7th here. So engagement is up by 17%. I've grown the audience by 3%. And website visits have increased by 24% in the past month. So just at a glance, I can see, oh, things are going well. If I started seeing negatives here, then I may want to take a look at the specific platforms. So there's a lot of information here. For instance, it tells me here that Pinterest has the most audience growth with 250 new followers this month, and Instagram is the fastest growing channel at 4.2% growth. So you can see data here very easily. And if you're a social media manager or if you do social media for your clients, I find that this is very helpful as well, because oftentimes you're reading into this data and it can be a little bit challenging to interpret. So social report, stuttering a little bit today, social report kind of goes through this data for you and helps you analyze it, understand how it's all working together. Last thing I want to show you about social report today is that if you have multiple brands, so for instance, I do have the Online Drea brand and the social media for podcast brand. I personally like having them both under the same roof. So if I go back to my calendar, I'm actually looking at posts for both brands, and that's how I prefer it. But I don't want any client posts to be confused with this brand's data, whether it's with reporting or with scheduling. I don't want anything accidentally going out that's not cute. So with Social Report, you actually can create different brands for each client. So if I click on this tray over here, you can see all of the clients that we have here are kind of labeled under different brands, okay? So each client has their own section. So I'm going to go to Filter Perceptions here as an example. And again, I'm going to pull open our complete calendar. So you can see for this client here that we have the posts that have already gone out in a dark blue color. The light blue color are the posts that are scheduled to go out and they haven't gone out yet. And so it's very easy for me to just add my client to this dashboard, and they can view these posts at any time, and they can give feedback if they'd like, or they could just know that everything is trucking along according to schedule. So this makes it really easy and transparent across the board for all the clients, and they also have access to the reports as well. Okay, I'm going to stop sharing my screen for a second and pull on over our questions to see if we have any questions about Social Report. Again, there is a free 30-day trial, so it doesn't hurt to just try it out. If you use the link that's in the description of this video, that is my link. I'm already affiliated with them, so I don't make any extra money if you click the link. But I already have, we already have a sponsorship arrangement with them. But it can be helpful for you if you want to kind of try it out and see what they're all about. So Ginger says that she loves the way you can customize the captions in Social Report. Yes, and it keeps the calendar looking clean. Awesome. All right. Thanks so much, you guys, for joining me today. If you're inside of this school, stay tuned because we've got a lot more coming in our partnership with Social Report. I'm really excited for some of the updates that we have, and we're going to go a lot deeper into how you can leverage this tool, specifically the evergreen content systems and the analytics and reporting, what it all means, and how you can use it to really enhance what you're doing on social media. It's a very fun way to do that. If you have any questions or if you need anything else at all, feel free to reach out to me, and I'll see you guys inside the Savvy Social School. Bye!